Okay, hello everybody and welcome back to another exercise class. If you can see, I've got weights on the ground. So today we're going to be using weights. Now if you don't have any weights, that is okay. You can do all the exercises body weight. So you don't need the weights, but if you do have weights that you can use and that you'd like to use and join along with us, then feel free. So we're going to start off like we normally do, with sitting up straight and doing our neck rolls. So first, just rolling the neck, getting the big stretches with the neck. Big neck rolls.
Is it starting or ending?
Are you talking about the exercise class?
What?
The exercise class or the
No.
concert?
The concert's only gonna
I thought there was somebody at 2 o'clock to go outside. I never get the word.
I don't know.
They never tell.
And then switch and go the other direction. There we go, neck rolls. Always something, but we'll continue. Keep going, keep going. Then neck tilting, tilt the head side to side. Getting the water out of your ears. When I tilt the head, I drop that opposite shoulder. Drop that opposite shoulder. Good. Keep going. Tilt the head. Tilt the head. Good, and then rotations. Rotating the neck. Looking left to right, right to left. I just hold the rotation for like a second, and then I rotate the other way. And I go as much as I can with my head. Think like an owl. Rotate as much as you can. I even turn my eyes, so after I rotate, I look with my eyes a little bit further. Pretend that you're about to back up in your car and you got to look behind you. And you want to see as much as you can. Really train the eyes in the back of your head. Good. Bring your chin up and bring your chin side to side. Then keep my chin up, the big stretch in the front of the neck. Good. Now let's take the arms out, depending on the chair you have. If you have wide arms, you might have to hold your arms out a little bit, but we're going to shrug and push down. And shrug, push down, and shrug. I don't have my weights yet. Push down and shrug. I actively push down. I shrug. Push my arms down. Do a few more up and down. Careful with anything around you, but you can do big arm circles. We're going to get through these warm-ups nice and get through these warm-ups pretty fast, and then we can go to the weights. Big circles. And if you don't have weights on you, that is okay too. And the other direction. Good. Now just your shoulders. Keeping the arms straight. Keep the arms nice and straight. Good. Keep rolling the shoulders. I keep my arms straight. It's very easy to bend your elbows, but keep the arms as straight as you can. Then go the other direction. So I go back. When I roll my shoulders, I really shrug them up, pull the shoulder blades back, and push them down. That key point being bringing those shoulder blades back. You want to have the shoulder blades tight. The backs really makes the back nice and strong. Hold your arms, crisscross. When I bring my arms back, I bring the shoulder blades together. Then when I bring them forward, you see one goes over the other. Good. Let's go to the knees. Just one knee, just bending the knee. We're going to finish just warming up the body so that way we can go to our weights. So I stretch the leg out. And I bring the foot, I'm flexing the foot back towards me. Extend the knee, feel the stretch and the hamstring, the back of the leg, underneath the knee, and the calf. Good, and then the other leg, and I extend the knee. Your body starts to hunch over, try to think good posture. Just trying to sit with good posture, as you can notice, just trying to sit up, how much effort it takes. That alone is very helpful for your muscles and for your body. Keep extending the knee. Good. Let's grab the elbows and let's twist the torso. Very gentle way to get a rotation movement in. And as we get older, the abdominal muscles get so weak that it's very good to make sure that they get the movement. So trying to sit up straight, see I'm grabbing my elbows and I just turn. Very gentle. At your discretion and at your speed. If you see me going a certain speed, you don't have to match it. You go at your speed. Because how muscles get pulled is by, one, just going too fast for starters. You really push it or you go way too fast, that's how you can pull a muscle. Couple more. And good. I'm going to go to the side for this one real quick, just so it's easier to see. Try to hold your legs up and reach. Last one before going to the weights. And reach. Stretch the arms up and reach. Now, I'm not so worried if you can reach the toes or not yet. That can be a big feat, especially while sitting like this. What's most important is that try to keep your legs up in the air. Even if you reach and you can only touch your knees, that's okay. Try to keep the legs up. By keeping the legs up, you're going to flex all these muscles on here. And it's very beneficial for your knees, very beneficial for your legs in general, just to get those muscles engaged. And holding them up is a good way to get them engaged. I'm not too worried about how far you lean into it. Just hold those legs up a little bit longer. Couple more. One more. And good. I'll go back to the facing. Let's do one more before the weights. Just hold your leg up. Say I'm holding it in front, but if that's too much, I can hold it under my hamstring, under my leg. hold under my thigh. Hold it here and just roll the ankle. Got to get the ankles moving. The ankles get very stiff. And that'll make the knee stiffer. That'll make the hip stiffer. And the other direction. Now pump the ankle back and forth. And good. Now the other leg. Grab in front of the knee. If you can't do that, you can grab underneath the thigh. Hold the leg. Roll the ankle. Just loosen up that ankle. It's got to get movement. The reason why I'm having you hold your leg bent like this is because it will ensure that you move just your ankle rather than the entire leg. Go the other direction. You're just trying to break that ankle free. Sometimes the body gets so tight, everything just feels like one. And pump the ankle back and forth. And good. Okay. Let's go to our weights. And remember, if you don't have any weights, that's okay. You can do all of these body weight and they'll all be beneficial. But we're going to start. Now, depending on how your chair is, if your chair's got these big arms or anything, if you want, I'll explain this real quick, but I think a lot of us know. Depends how your chair is with the arms. If you have no arms, then you've got plenty of room where you can sit all the way back in your chair and do a lot of the exercises. Now, the other thing is, if you want to challenge yourself more, you can sit off the back of your chair. So there's a little space between your back and the back of the chair. That's going to challenge your core more, but you might notice that your lower back will start to get tired. As the core gets challenged, the lower back's going to start to feel it. So as you need a rest, you can sit back in your chair. As you feel that the core area and your lower back need some rest, they need to build up the strength, you can sit back into the chair. So if you want more of a challenge, you can sit off the chair and sit up nice and straight. And as that gets tiring, you can relax it by going back. But we'll sit up, hold the weight out in front with the arms open, and curl. We're going to try to keep track for 10 repetitions. Good. Holding them to the side. See how I have my palms facing each other? And up. We'll get this one over with. Nice and easy. Make sure to breathe. You don't want to hold your breath. So I fan the arms right out. The straighter my arms, the more challenge. Couple more. One more. Good. Rest the dumbbells or your hands on your thighs, and you're going to lift them straight up. That's a tough one. Six, good. 7, a few more. Couple more. One more. Nice, perfect. Now holding the dumbbells right here on my shoulders, and I got my palms facing each other again. I'm gonna push straight up. You push as far as you're able to, don't force it. Everyone's got different things going on with the shoulders. So I push straight up. 4 more. 3 more. 2 more. 1 more. Nice work, nice work. Now just taking one arm, you're gonna hold it up. And what we've been focusing on with this, just hold up the arm in front, is bend your elbow. So normally with the press, it's straight up and down with my shoulder. But in this case, just try to bend the elbow. Then the other side, hold up the arm, just bend the elbow. See, it's just my elbow. I'm trying to keep my shoulder stabilized. Just make it come from the elbow so I can work the tricep better. Couple more. 1 more. And good. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to go through these same exercises again, but this time we're going to do, we're going to hold each movement, and then we're going to do what I call partial repetitions, which are just a little movement. And I'll show you very simple. So for example, going back to that first exercise, the curl, what you're going to do is you're going to just go halfway, and you're holding the either if you have the weight or no weight, you're holding it up halfway. Just hold it there and breathe. Maintain your breathing. Just breathe. Now, just do a little movement. So I do a little elbow bend, so I'm not doing a full curl, just a little movement. Put tension on those muscles. Few more, couple more, 1 more, and good. This one's gonna be tough, with or without weight. Holding it up and breathe. So you're breathing. Because it's good to know how to breathe when you're holding something or lifting something. Then the small repetitions. So see, I solidify that position and keep breathing. You can match the breath to each repetition. Nice, nice. Few more, couple more, and good. Holding it out in front, we're going to hold these up in front of us. And the same thing, we're going to breathe. So up, hold and breathe. Hold your body up. Should be a little bit of a struggle. Now the small ones, say I just move in that area, and I'm not using momentum. I'm not jerking the movements. So basically what I'm getting across is all the movements that you do, even if they're not perfect, are the way you'd like to see them. That's enough of that one. Even if they're not the way you want to see them, the point is you move smoothly through it. So it's the way you move, you do it nice and smoothly. Here, so if you weren't able to get all the way up here, that's okay. Just go about halfway and hold it. And then breathe. Breathing under pressure, good for the lungs. Now small ones, just a small movement. 9 and 10, good. the arms just rest a second. Sometimes I'll move them around when they get that burn. Make sure they're all moving the way they're supposed to, just to make sure they stay loose. Body likes to tighten up so fast. Now going to one arm, this is to work on our tricep and shoulder stability. Try to bend your elbow back a little bit. Hold it and breathe. For the small one, see, it's coming just from my elbow. I'm trying to keep the shoulder stable. So it's coming from here, making this part of the tricep work. And we all want to work this area, I know. And good. Then the other side, just hold it up. So I bring the arm back so that way it puts some tension right here on that muscle. Then I hold this shoulder steady and then bend from the elbow. Yep. The other thing with exercise is if the movement doesn't go perfect, you know, the form is a lifelong thing you work on. You work on making form better and better. So you don't rush it, and don't rush the weight that you use either. Use the weight that you can handle. And if that's body weight too. And good. Now we can go to some lower body exercises before our stretches. And yeah. So here, holding the weights again. Have your feet out in front, firmly planted on the ground. Gonna lean forward a little bit. Back up, and I see when I put the weights or just your hands on your thighs, I sit in very good posture. I push my chest out, and then I lean over and up, good posture, and lean over. This is a very safe way to kind of stretch the lower back a little bit and sit up straight. And again, you lean as much as you feel comfortable. Because sometimes I know our lower back, I haven't worked very closely with a lot of people with back issues. The lower back can be very sensitive and it can scare a lot of people, and I understand that. But you want to get stronger. You want to be able to have the ability to lean forward a little bit. You don't want to lose that. Good. Keep going. So this is a good way to practice while you're sitting down. A good way to kind of get those muscles going in the lower back. And up. We'll do a few more. Couple more. One more. What we're going to do is we're going to hold it down there. Now you're getting a nice stretch. And little ones. So see, I do a little leaning back and forth. Leaning forward, come up a little bit, lean forward, come up a little bit. Couple more. And good. Now we'll rest the weight on our thighs or your hands, and you're going to lift one leg up and then the other leg. So with the weight or even just my arms, it applies a little pressure, so that way when I lift the leg up, there's a little bit more resistance, just the extra resistance. And the legs are so important, you really want to lift that leg up there. Alternate. Yeah. So I go for height on my foot. So I really try to go for height. Let's hold the leg up there. Then small. See, I keep trying to bring it higher and higher. Try to fight gravity almost. Just trying to resist gravity. Sometimes the legs feel like cinder blocks. And the other leg, hold it up, Just trying to resist gravity. Then I do small movements, really move it up. And good. We can get rid of the weights, and we're going to practice our standing. And we're going to practice our standing. So, having the legs, let's see. I'll go on the side so I can show. So with the squats, there's a few things. You don't want your legs way out. That's going to be very hard to stand to begin with. You don't want them way tucked in. But generally speaking, we have the legs a little farther out because how we like to stand and sit is we push our hips back. But that weakens the opposite side, the way it makes it unbalances. So for everybody I would say actually, you can bring your feet just a little bit closer in. Then use your chair, rollator, walker, whatever you need. That's not the point. The point is control the movement on the squats and make sure your quads and your legs are feeling it. You can use it to help. You go up slowly, and then when I go down, I put a little bend in my knees, and I try to drop straight down like an elevator. And I can grab the chair if need, and I go down slow to control it. So that's the most important thing, is that number one, you try to transfer the movement to make your legs do more work than your arms. It's very easy for people to just use their arms. In fact, when I see a lot of people walk, they're walking with their arms because they're just leaning into their walkers or their rollators. And you need to use your legs more. So here's a good opportunity to make sure you can feel your legs working. So I'm not saying don't use your arms to help. Use them to help. But say if I was holding a walker in front of me, I want to make sure I'm just not leaning on that walker. I want to make sure my legs are taking some of the responsibility, majority of the responsibility, but some of it for now. And up, and then down nice and slow. Next thing you can try, if you want to get a little more advanced with this, is try to keep your chin up as you sit down. You notice the head wants to fall down. Once more. Let's hold it. So see, I'm off my chair. If you need to grab your chair, that's okay. But try to hold yourself off the chair a little bit. Even if you can't go low, even if you're up here, just put a little bend in your knees. Bend for small ones. Very small movement. What you can handle. I know the knees can get stiff and tired. So what you can handle. And whenever you need to sit, feel free. A few more, couple more. Down, slow and controlled. Nice work. Okay, let's do some stretching. So sitting up straight, you can lean back in your chair too and relax. And you can tilt the ear towards the shoulder and hold the arm out. And just hold the stretch. We'll do like 3 stretches. Stretch the arm out and up. Good. Then the other side, tilt the ear to the shoulder, hold it, stretch out the opposite arm. Hold the arm out. Feel the big stretch in the arm. The neck, really push it out. Stretch the arm up. Good. You can bring your feet up a little bit. Reach for your toes. Hold that. You can even drop your head. You might feel that pull in your upper back, lower back, everywhere maybe. Last one, interlace the fingers and push your palms forward. And see, I'm even going to push my whole body forward, leaning forward. Safe way to kind of stretch out the back a little bit. And then I'm going to make a big arc and push this towards the ceiling, pushing my palms up. And I'm trying to push my hands up so much that I feel like it's lifting my ribs up. Trying to stretch the body out. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Thank you everybody for watching, and I understand you have a concert coming up, so enjoy that.